And welcome to another brand new episode of Live Forex Trading. So welcome. It's a brand new day, Wednesday, another brand new day. Beautiful day. Wednesday is always a beautiful day because there's decent volume in the market, and again, it's another beautiful day. We show up in front of the charts with some aspiration to catch some pips here. So pretty good. So we're going to dive into our pairs. Just going to see and check how today's New York market is panning out to be. First few minutes, always checking the system to see if everything is up and running. Well, I've connected a different mic in the Zoom. I hope my sound is well. I have connected a different mic on the Zoom. I hope it's well. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Alrighty, so today, yesterday we had, after 30 minutes after the NYSE, we had this ISM sort of a service news and projecting bad numbers about US dollars. Okay, that's interesting. And on today's market, I mean, there's literally nothing happening. 30 minutes after the NYSE, there's something about job openings. So an agency talking about job opening. So interesting. Except for that, there's nothing. So it looks like today's New York session is pretty clean. This could be one of the days. Where we capitalize, right? Because everything is clean. There is no fundamental news, no breaking news happening, and everything looks clear. So we will see. Our Jure says, good day, guys. Good day. Good day, mate. I hope you're doing well. So we're going to dive into our pound yen chart, and we'll see what's happening, and we'll build our bias, and we will build our bias, and we will see what is exactly happening. Look at this. So for yesterday's bias, the yesterday's bias of sell was actually correct. The market only moved around the NYSE. It's actually pretty interesting. Our bias yesterday was sell. Market obviously retraces pretty heavy, did some sort of retest before falling down, but our bias was correct. The bias from yesterday's New York session was absolutely correct. So it's actually kind of interesting. So for now, let's go into the weekly time frame and break down the chart from a weekly time frame sort of a perspective, and we'll slowly progress to the smaller time frame. So look at this. So for now, the current weekly candle is definitely bearish. Has a decent wick on the top and a decent bearish body, decent lower wick on the bottom. Right. So pretty clear, it's still bearish. On a weekly sort of a overall view, on the other hand, it seems as if price is moving up. We've been talking about it forever now. And anybody can tell you that, price has been moving up, making highs, lows, highs, lows. Every time it's making this higher lows. So potentially for the price to show some sort of bearish posture or sentiment, we have to see candles breaking this low. That way, sells are way clear on a weekly sort of a perspective. Isn't it? It's way clear. It's actually way clear. So for now, I mean, candles may be ranging side by side or kind of respecting the support. So we can't really tell. There isn't a strong bias. But obviously looking into the weekly time frame right now, for example, this current weekly candle that we are experiencing right now has 2 more days left for its close. So in the next 2 more days, if this candle all of a sudden starts flipping bullish, that is no wonder, because higher time frame obviously seems as a bullish, right? And on the monthly time frame, look at this. Previous monthly candle closed bearish. This monthly candle is following some of the bearish ideas from the past. So that is also interesting. So I have to see how this monthly candle slowly builds up. This is the first week of the month, so it is kind of interesting at the same time. So we'd love to see if this weekly candle finally figures out some sort of consistent direction. That is going to be way lovely. Now, if I look into the daily time frame at this point of time, let me see what were my potential levels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this, yesterday's target, maybe dun dun dun. All right. So you know what? I can actually erase everything here. I don't really care. I can draw new zones and new levels, right? So at the end of the day, every time drawing fresh zones only helps you keep a fresh image of the current market. So I'm okay about it. So for now, looking at the market, obviously we have broken this daily support. So this daily support, yesterday's daily candle definitely broke it pretty hard. Yesterday's daily candle was really bearish. There's no doubt yesterday's daily candle was a heavy bearish candle with a proper rejection from the top and candles heading down really decent. Has also broken this recent sort of a price rejection on the left hand side, also broke this traffic, so this support on the left hand side, pretty interesting. And it's actually right now the daily candle is wandering above it, so have to see if finally candles starts retracing below this gray area on a daily sort of a perspective, so that the candles could eventually move down targeting this area right here on a daily perspective. So building our bias with the higher time frame perspective. Now let's go into the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening exactly in the 4-hour. Now look at this. So the 4-hour candles. So this was the final drop around yesterday's after NYSE sort of a push, right? So after NYSE, whatever the ISM was, that with high volatility, markets started dropping down heavily, breaking these levels. Right now, price is retracing pretty hard above this gray area. So if this was a potential support, let's say 153.310. So I'm going to call it 153.310. If that was a potential support level in a 4-hour sort of a level, so price has broken that level significantly. It just dropped. This was the first candle that dropped pretty heavy, broke all of those levels. So maybe price is trying to retest that level. Guys, come on. Sorry, guys. I have my brothers and my sisters at the background. They're trying to prepare the meal. I'm streaming at the same time. I am sorry. But at the same time, let's see. So look at this. So the price actually broke that level. So look at this. My family members are behind. So sorry about that. So let's see. Let's see. Price is breaking these levels. Price is breaking this level. For price to continue down, it's kind of obvious for price to retest, making lower lows and lower highs. Obviously, right? It dropped down heavily, maybe another lower high, and drop down lower low, lower high, lower low. So we will see how the price is going to pan out in 4 hours sort of a perspective, right? This 4 hour doesn't have a decent low wick, and in its first hour, it's actually quite retracing up. So maybe in its final hour, maybe at the very end, the candle may start reversing. And that is no wonder. That is going to be expected, because the bias from a daily perspective is still bearish. And a bias from a 4-hour time frame could be potentially bearish after we see rejection from the top. So what I can do is I can go into the 2-hour time frame at this point in time and start seeing what's happening. All right. So look at this. This previous 2-hour candle. Oh, Sabina Basileva says, "Don't worry, Anuj, you are doing an amazing job, my man. Tito here. This is my girlfriend's Zoom account." Oh, this is Tito's account. Okay. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, actually, Sabina is a really familiar name in my culture. We have a lot of people named Sabina. Anyways, look at this. So the previous 2-hour candle actually closed bearish, and this was a potential resistance area, right? So for now, look at this. If I actually have to draw a recent resistance, this is a recent resistance I'm going to keep in mind, and that level is going to be, I'm going to call it 152.865 sort of a level. So if any of the hourly candles starts closing below 152.865 level, my bias of sell could play out. For now, from 152.865 till all the way down, let's say 152.435 sort of a level, price seems as if it's ranging side by side in about 40 pips of range, right? In about 40 pips of range. But eventually, if the volume is actually going to push the price down, it kind of makes sense in a higher time frame sort of a structure, because this price action that is happening right now could only be a lower high. Do you see what I'm saying? This could be a lower high. So I'm going to wait and see. Now look at this. So the current 2-hour candle is going to close in the next 14 minutes. So the question I have to ask this current 2-hour candle is is this 2-hour candle finally going to close above 152.865, or is this 2-hour candle going to retrace and it's going to close below 152.865? If the candle closes below, my bias of sell could build out. But if this candle closes above, my bias for buys can play out now. See, now I'm also looking to see if I can scalp into opportunities of buy. Why not, right? Why not? If the range is there, if the opportunity is there, why not? 100% why not? So look at this. So looking into the hourly candle, it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting because the previous hourly candle closed bullish above 152.865, and this current hourly candle has 13 more minutes left for its close, and this was the first candle that closed above, and this is the second candle that's actually breathing in that top range. So if the price is willing to push up, the wick on the upside does make sense. The bias of buys also makes sense. I mean, don't get me wrong, the bias of buys do make sense, but the candle has to finish bullish, or candle has to maintain a posture above 152.865 to continue above. That is a simple price action that we can actually anticipate. So for the price to move up in GJ, price has to maintain levels or kind of respect 152.865 at this point in time to start moving above. In the next 12 minutes, we will see. In the next 12 minutes, we will see. And I'm also considering this previously broken hourly support as a recent traffic or a recent sort of a broken level where price may retest before heading down. So we will see. We will see. This is a lot more further to the left, but sometimes prices do react with a recently broken sort of a level. So it's kind of interesting. It is kind of interesting. All right. On YouTube, Dhiraj Katse says hello. Hello. Just give me a second, guys. All right. So I got my food ready, and I am just staying calm, trying to see if my bias is kind of playing out, right? So I have biases for buy, I have biases for sell. I mean, sell doesn't look as much as clear as it could be, but in terms of higher time frame structure, it kind of makes sense. But for buys, I have to see candles maintaining a posture above 152.865. But whoever took a buy on the break of this 1-hour candle high, I mean, you guys are on the good side. You guys must have been in 20 pips profit, man. You should have secured at least something, And Sudeep Raj Badao says, hello, Anuj, hello. I hope you guys are doing well on YouTube. I hope you guys are doing well. Hang on a minute. So pound yen, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Whoever is in a buy on the break of the hourly candle high, you guys are good, on the good side. You guys took a trade on the right time, I would say. But again, at the same time, you know, this channel is not a financial advisory channel. So this is something I've been telling in the recent streams. So this channel is not a financial advisory channel. Everything we do here is only for educational purposes and feedbacks. And we kind of critique ideas and discuss about ideas here. So if you're looking to invest any sort of money into any sort of FX instrument or these kind of investment instruments, make sure you consult a professional before putting in your money. Other than that, that's all. We're gonna have a good time. We have some of our friends from our Slack community here, and we're gonna talk about ideas. We're gonna look into charts. We're gonna critique, give feedbacks and stuff. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, so 30-minute candle. Obviously, look at this. This was the first 30-minute candle that actually closed successfully above 152.865 in a while. The second 30-minute candle that stayed above, and the second 30-minute candle is bullish, but it doesn't have a wick on the downside, wick on the upside. So it's kind of funny. For me, it's kind of funny. If the candles were to push up, so this is something I've seen over time, right? Now, if the candles were to push up, it should have left some sort of wick on the top. For example, if the candle didn't manage to leave a wick on the top, maybe the next candle should have just spilled all over on the upside. And the next candle didn't spill all over. The next candle is kind of retracing. And why is it retracing? The question is, why is it retracing? Maybe because this is the close of the hourly candle. And what we've seen over time is hourly candle, on the close of the hourly candle, 2-hour candle, 4-hour candles, we see heavy retracement or heavy push in the direction, and that's going to help us anticipate the next move. So we're just waiting at this point of time, waiting for the next 9 minutes. In the next 9 minutes, we will see hourly candle close and also 2-hour candle close. And that will be nice. For buys, obviously, if we have to scale into buys, yeah, man, 153, 310 could be the first target. That is a 4-hour broken support that the price may be retesting at this point in time. So from the current price, it's in about 22 pips of range. 22 pips of range. But again, at the same time, if I'm going to miss out on the buys, I'm still okay about it. I'm actually still okay about it. Because at the end of the day, previous daily candle closed bearish with a proper bearish posture, and if the current daily candle has to move down, it kind of makes sense that, you know what, daily candle is moving up to grab its liquidity before moving down. Now some of the beginner traders won't understand that idea. They just see the bullish candle, right, and they just follow one candle's direction. But you kind of have to anticipate what the candle is doing halfway through, or the what candle might do at the time of volume. So this is one of the high volume time pre-New York, but around the time of New York open, we've seen candles moving in a haphazard sort of a way. So have to anticipate the worst at the same time, if that's going to be the worst. If somebody is in a buy, the best idea will be to manage your position accordingly, and that's all. That's all, my friends. And for now, I'm going to chill, and I'm going to have a little bit of food. It's kind of night time here, and I'm hungry at the same time. I'll try and stop munching on the mics. But yep, if there's any question, if there's anything, we will discuss about it. We will discuss about it. Man, oh man. Yeah, pretty bullish at this point of time. Pretty bullish. Rejection, 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 rejection. It's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Wow, gold seems like it can push up here. Gold 30-minute chart, the bias is buys, man. Even 4-hour chart, even 4 hours seems as if it can actually push up. So 4 hours seems like it can push up. Everything looks like it can push up. So if I have to erase the markings, the chart feeds from yesterday, so today's marking will be this is the most recent 4-hour resistance here in the gold. And this is the most, let me see. Let's go to the daily time frame and see what's happening. Ooh, okay, interesting. We rejected off of this 1815 sort of a level. Interesting. 1815 sort of a recently broken daily support. Okay. Now, so since we rejected off of that 1815 sort of a level, do we expect prices in gold to push down? Maybe we do, but do we take a sell right now when the candle is bullish? Oh no, not at all. We don't take a sell when we have candles bullish. Not at all. We want to see candles flipping in our direction before we take any sort of trade. So Tito says anticipating the daily wick to get filled. I mean, that could be the case. That could actually be the case. That could actually be the case. And it kind of makes sense too on a 4-hour sort of a time frame. It kind of makes sense. Prices pushing up like this. Look at this. Dun 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 dun. So that kind of makes sense. This high, this potential high being tested kind of makes sense. And the previous 4-hour also closed bullish, and the signs of buys are getting stronger and stronger. To be honest, in gold, it's kind of getting stronger and stronger. Previous 2-hour candle also closed bullish with proper healthy bullish signs. A top wick, a bottom wick, and price rejecting the bottom one more time. Even the current 2-hour candle is bullish. So, yeah, whoever got into gold trade on a buy, man, you guys must be good. You guys must be on the good side. On the really good side. And this is the most recent support, most recent hourly sort of a support right here. Hourly support. Dun dun dun. Okay. Yep. And the range on the upside looks way better than anything else here. Looks way better. Okay. Yep. This was the first 30-minute candle that closed above the 30-minute resistance. Obviously, the left-hand side traffic not the best to look into. Look at this. Look at the way the left-hand side traffic has moved here. A lot of wicks here and there, right? Sometimes price do have a hard time moving through these sort of levels. As long as there's a volume, price can break it. 100% price can break it. But prices do have hard times around these sort of recent traffic. Recent traffic. It's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. So this was the news pump that happened yesterday. All of these bearish candle, this was a news pump, right? After the news, the candles dropped down heavily. And today's market from around Asian session. So look at this. Look at the way how the prices moved from Asian session. Asian session. All right. So midway through Asian session, price pumped up, corrected major part of the push down. And again, so around midway Asian, again, started falling down, started recovering, or started resetting, market resetted. And around the London session price pushed up heavily, just pushed up around 80 pips. Now the price is above 97 pips. And I think the push from the yesterday could be corrected. The pump from yesterday's ISM news, whatever that was, maybe that could be corrected here. That could be corrected. And the current 30-minute candle, even if this current 30-minute candle is kind of bearish, it's kind of respecting the previous 30-minute candle's low. It is actually respecting the previous 30-minute candle's low. So that is still a good sign for buys. Let's see, 15-minute. All right, so previous 15-minute, we have a resistance here, a rejection level here. Yeah, as I said, obviously the only option for the candles to push through these levels is volume. So kind of have to wait for volume to show up in gold. But buys makes much more sense than sell at this point in time. Buys make much more sense than sells at this point in time. Let's look into 5-minute and see what's happening in 5-minute. Our 5-minute candles, all right. So 5-minute candles. Yeah, kind of have to wait. Now for sales in gold on a 15-minute sort of a time frame, have to see candles rejecting the top price, rejecting this channel on the left-hand side, and kind of start closing below these levels or gray area. Until then, the bias is still buys, man. It's too apparent. Have to see candles closing below this 30-minute sort of a support, and maybe can scale into buys. But the momentum from London session is bullish. Just market has been crazy. Bull. Just move up. Just move up. Not going to buy right now, though. It's rejecting the upside. That's correct. That is the case right now. So I'm trying to plan. If buys are coming in gold, I'm just trying to plan how can I take it. So I mean, I can plan. I can set up my plan. But at the same time, when market is looking this ugly, do I really want to capitalize on this sort of ugly market? Maybe no. There's going to be time in the month, for example, for me to be profitable. I actually need, let's say, in 30 days, right? So in 30 days, I need to, in 30 days, and in the 30 days, out of the 23 tradable days, I only need to take quality trades, for example, 50% of the time. So if I take quality trades 11 times in a month, I'm on the good side. I'm actually on the good side. So I don't need to rush at the same time, The traffic, the most recent traffic does look appealing, but I'm kind of opening an eye for this wiki sort of area. So we'll see what's going to happen. We'll definitely see what's going to happen. So the previous 30-minute candle kind of respected the previous 30-minute candle's low at this point in time. Hasn't broken the low. Obviously closed bearish around that previously broken sort of a resistance level. So I have to see the current. Have to see current 30-minute candle kind of respecting the lows and maintaining a bullish posture. That way, maybe I can scale into buys. So for example, this right here, on a 30-minute time frame, this is the most recent resistance that the price has broke above. This could be a potential retest. And this candle, if it respects the low, I mean, buys do make sense. Buys do make sense. In about 30 pips of range on the upside. In about 30 pips of the range on the upside. Now look into this. Look into the 15-minute candle, how it closed. Right? So the 15-minute candle closed bearish, but with no wick on the bottom. Interesting. Interesting and interesting. Dun dun dun. Alrighty. For sales, have to see candles close below this gray area. That's all. We are in the first few minutes of the hourly candle. First few minutes of the hourly candle. Looks like hourly candle can push up. I am not in any sort of position yet. I'm just looking at the market. Just looking at the market. Just looking at the market. Let's look at pound USD at the same time. What's happening in pound USD? Our pound USD, we do have some bullish posture in pound USD. Interestingly, some bullish posture in pound USD. Is my mic okay on the Zoom, guys? What do you think? Is it a little bit different than the other times, or is it clear enough? Is it clear enough in the Zoom? My mic? Ooh. It's clear. Oh, perfect. Perfecto. Perfecto. That is nice. That is nice. So, alrighty. Yay, man. Yay, man. This is what we're gonna do, man. This is what we're gonna do, man. Just gonna wait. Just gonna wait. I'm not gonna rush in any sort of trade. Just going to wait a little bit. Just going to wait a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more. All right, in pound USD, it's a sort of similar situation like pound yen. Pound yen and pound USD, almost sort of similar situation. Just recently broke above a key level. So this was the first candle, first hourly candle in pound yen that closed above. Second hourly candle that closed above. Need to see a support in a smaller time frame candle for the candles to push up. So eventually, if any of the candles make some sort of support here, maybe scaling into buys could make sense. But until then, I'm going to wait. When the candles are printing bearish, I'm not going to take a buy, man. I am much more wiser. I'm not going to take a buy when the candles are bearish. I mean, if it makes sense to you, I mean, I don't know, right? If it makes sense to you, if you disagree with the idea, you can do whatever you want. But I'm going to wait for the candles to flip in my direction. That way, I can take a much more easy trade. I don't have to fight with the candles. So let's see. So the current hourly candle in pound yen is dipping low before moving up. That's a good sign, right? That's a good sign. For this hourly candle to move up, it has to break its own high. That's very simple, right? So let the candle move down, let the candle breathe, let the candle grab its liquidity. If finally the candles are moving up, gotta let the candle grab its liquidity and breathe. Let it breathe. If it's gonna breathe, have its own time, take its time, grab liquidity, and then push up later with volume. I mean, that could be the case. That could be the case. All right. Yum yum. Tasty food. Once we're looking into a lot of stuff. You're looking into a lot of stuff, to be honest. Ascending channel, I don't know. Is this a channel, Mozart? Is this a channel you're trying to draw? Is that the channel? Is this and this the channel? Yeah, go on. Oh no, I was muted. Sorry. Sorry, I was muted. Oh my God, sorry about that. All right, Mozart, sorry about that. Is this the channel you were trying to draw? Mr. Mozart, is that the channel you're trying to draw? If you have a mic.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Ooh, all right, let's see. Just a second. Pound yen is actually flipping bullish at this point in time. I can hear you. Mozart, I was able to hear you. Was that the channel you were trying to draw? Oh, okay. So look at this. Look at the way the 15-minute candle actually made a support, right? It kind of makes sense. 15-minute candle kind of makes sense to buy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. Wait for this 15-minute candle to close and sort of break the highs or whatever. So I'm going to wait. All right, Mozart, we can get back into your chart. We can get back into your chart. Can you tell me what you're trying to do? Is this the 4-hour channel?
Okay, so that ascending channel. So I have made one ascending channel in 30 minutes. So you can see like there is like one resistance line and one support line. So from the resistance line and support line, so it is like clearly going in bullish movement. So when when the market is moving in that direction, so it is clearly saying that like it might be losing bullish pressure. Like it can lose bullish pressure any moment.
True.
So if you see like within the ascending channel, so it has like mini ascending channel 15 minutes that you
Yep.
can see inside over there. So I've just like made mini line over there that is dashed lines.
Yep.
So you can see from that one, you can see like from there the bullish has lost their momentum and like it is
Yep.
like slightly
Ooh.
giving up the momentum to the
Yeah. Did
bearish
you?
part. So that's where I took the entry. So after that, the
Wow.
mini ascending channel has been broken down. So I took the sell entry there.
Beautiful, man. I think it's working out for
Yeah,
you.
if you
It's
go to 30
actually,
minutes,
yeah, it's kind of
yeah, it
making
is working
sense.
pretty well
Yeah, it's
till
kind of
now.
making sense. Obviously, it's an early trade to call out, but if you took it, if you manage it, if you saw it, ooh, beautiful. To be honest, it's a beautiful trade. It's actually going to drop. It looks like it's going to drop because if you look into UJ in sort of a 2 hour sort of a perspective, and if you look into the recent market sort of a trend, it's obviously bearish a trend, right, in UJ. And if you look into the most recent price action, look at the candles. Look at the way the candle's body closed. Every bullish candle is getting smaller and smaller. So in relation to volume, the candle's body
Yeah.
size also tells you a story. That's actually clever. So if you manage to if you can manage to secure something out of the market, that'll be nice. That will be nice.
Well, I'm 5 pips up, so still waiting.
Yep. Make sure you manage the position, huh? But it looks good. It kind of looks good, to be honest. So the 15-minute candle, there is a range on the downside on UJ. For example, if I was trading UJ, so I'll look into the range on the 15-minute sort of a range. Obviously, 15-minute could seem as if it's pushing up with bullish momentum, but look at the range. And look at the most recent support that the price has broke, right? So I'm actually, I will be building more confidence in the sell. So if you look into the candles, it broke the low and it's pushing down. So it looks like it can actually push even lower. It can actually push lower. So if you manage something out of the position, that'll be good. That will
Well,
be good.
it's good to know that you have bias and sell as well. So like everybody has their own bias, like own thing in the market. So like so if uh you have like someone else like having the same bias as you using the different analysis,
Yeah.
then like that makes your even analysis and bias stronger.
Yeah, true. That is true. That is actually true. Yeah, you feel kind of confident, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite reassuring.
Yeah, we will see. We will see. Obviously, UJ market, uh, UJ market actually. So UJ yesterday's market pushed the prices all the way down. But here's another thing, right? So, for example, yesterday around 30 minutes after the NYSE, what happened was price pushed all the way down, right? The analogy is if the pumps or if the price meltdown usually is a non-fundamental news or a news that the investors actually take light just for the reaction, prices may drop down, but what happens is price actually recovers pretty heavy. So that's something you have to keep in mind. For example, if the 4-hour candle starts flipping, you have to manage the position. You cannot let the market take away anything from you. So how do you do that? You got to manage at that point in time, because the idea, the analogy of a price correcting yesterday's push down also kind of makes sense. So you have to be careful. That's all. All right. So Tater Tots, Toti is sending a chart. He's saying pound yen. I'm looking to buy GJ2, but only above this level here. It is not visible on the hourly and makes sense to buy. So this is a 15-minute time frame. So he's looking to buy above this level. I mean, if you look into the 15-minute time frame, it kind of doesn't make sense. Tito, look at this. GJ, to be honest, GJ, and I'll tell you why it doesn't make sense. Only 15-minute doesn't make sense. You know why it doesn't make sense? Look at this. So the range from this resistance or rejection area till the other rejection area is only about 15 pips. So do you want to buy once the price has moved, or do you want to buy once there is a proper support? I mean, you have to decide at that point in time, right? So I'm going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close properly. If there's a proper support, I'm going to keep my eyes open for any potential opportunities. But man, I don't know. I have to kind of wait. It may seem clear buying above this 15-minute level, but have to wait a little bit more. Have to wait a little bit more because recent prices, recent candles don't have a top wick. Look at this. No top wick. So what does that tell me? Does that tell me there is no range on the upside? Oh man, I don't want to be part of the no range. I want to be part of the cleaner range. So I will see. I will see what's going to happen. The 15-minute close is going to provide confidence in any sort of bias. And again, there's another thing. Another thing is obviously market moves in cycle, and especially July's first week. I've been noticing that the moves have been happening around the London session and later NYSE. So 30-minute, 1 hour after the NYSE, and the New York market is kind of stale. So even if I anticipate a lot of volume, it's not moving like that. So kind of have to be careful. Market is rangy. If you look back into the candles, prices have been moving a little shitty around this time. So gotta be a little bit careful. That's all. Gotta be a little bit careful. And let's see what's happening in gold here. Let's see what's happening in gold. Kind of interesting. If the candle maintains a posture above, let's say, let's call this level 1806.35. So if prices maintain a posture above 1806.35, I mean the bias in gold is definitely bullish. Just looking at this structure, most recent structure, if you go into the hourly, kind of makes sense. Bullish is buys. Buys sort of a... I just said bullish is buys. Come on, man. What am I saying? so the bias is still buys. Oh my God. Man, oh man. I don't know. Something's funny with me. Something is funny. Yeah, in gold, it's kind of funny. I know that the price may retest the high, but it's also a 4-hour resistance, right? So that's the funny thing about it. My bias is buys in gold. Definitely buys. Yeah, kind of funny. As long as you love me. As long as you love me. Alrighty. Now at this point in time, looking into the pound yen pair, it's actually moving down, right? So it's kind of making resistance at this point in time. And also it's funny because it rejected off this recently broken level. That was not only a recently broken level, that is actually a significant level where price has been engaging several times. Look at this. So for example, if I had to draw a level across this level, let's see if I can draw a level. This area right here. Tan, tan, tan. So that level in a whole has been acting out from before. Look at this. Look at the way price has been engaging. Reject, reject, reject. Right? Several times. Ooh, and pound yen is pushing down. Wow. Is pushing down. Pound yen is pushing down. I'm not in any sort of position yet. So my selling bias is kind of building up right now in pound yen. So my idea of sell may work out. I'm kind of relaxed. So let's see what's gonna happen. If this daily candle could finally flip bearish, man, we have all this clear range on the downside. And obviously Thursday is a volume day. So Wednesday, Thursday, if it's gonna be beautiful, man, we have this 50 pips of range on the downside. So why not, right? Let's see. Gotta wait for this 4-hour candle to kind of flip. So as I said, this gray area is something price has been acting around for a long time. Look at this. Acting around, engaging several times, and the price has tapped that level one more time. So if the price had to move up, it kind of makes sense for the candle to grab its liquidity, but it's retracing pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. So if I see any of the candles close below 152.865, let's say, so I will, yeah, it's all engulfing, man. Actually interesting. And looks like it's down. We will see what's going to happen. To 860 down, it's pound yen. That's why you need the power of visualization. See, now some of them don't understand the candle in right now. Doesn't mean you have to kind of analyze what may, and you have to clean it clear. It's quite obvious for its liquidity, right? So if it's pushing, kind of make so my frame visualization still but it kind of makes buy opportunity. Don't get me wrong, disagree with me, but what it is, pound yen is retraced heavy. We downtown. In this 30-minute time, let's see if I can take a trade. Bad will be nice. Let's see. Candle has broken the candle's low at this. Is the hourly tested previously broken, or is it going? The cast from the side traffic down. That is going to be lovely. Minutes left for its close. Let's look at the same time and see what's happening in pound USD. Our pound USD also showing some bearish pusher. It's kind of interesting. Gold is trying to push up here, nice and slow, but I'm more fascinated into pound yen here. More fascinated into pound yen at this point of time. Sells below 152.865. Okay. Tariq says if GJ daily candle flips bearish, it'll be more lovely. Oh yeah, I think the same. That's kind of my visualization. If it happens, I mean, it's good. If it's not gonna work, I mean, it is what it is. At the same time, you know, I can plan out a trade, but if it's not gonna work, it is what it is. So we will see. We will see, Tariq. If that's the case, we are going to keep our eyes open like the hawk, the flying hawk, the flying eagle. At this point in time, 30-minute candle rejecting that level. A 30-minute candle rejecting that level, trying to retrace even higher. Let's see what's going to happen in the next 2 minutes. Are we going to make some sort of support before moving up, or are we going to break the lows and are we going to start closing below 152.865? That's the case. That is the question we have to ask these current candles. And we have recently hit that 437 subscribers on the YouTube. That is interesting. Let's try and draw my magical channel here. It's actually interesting how we see channels being really effective in terms of price action. Sometimes we see price engaging with the channel several times, right? So let me draw my magical channel in pound yen here. Magical channel, let's go. Magical channel. All right, this is gonna be a magical channel here. Dun dun dun. There you go. That is my magical channel right there. So it's quite interesting in relation to channel. What I know is, for example, if the price has to push down, it kind of has to reject the channel, right? So this was the first 5-minute candle that actually closed outside the channel. If this current 5-minute candle is trying to do a retest around that channel sort of a vicinity, the candles have to start breaking the low, and that could be a good opportunity for the price to continue down. So I'm also looking into a channel sort of analogy at the same time. So let's see what's going to happen. But if the candles start closing inside the channel, I mean, the bias of sell could only be another idea. So waiting. All right, look at this. 15-minute candle close inside the channel. And for the 15-minute candle to push down, it kind of has to, it's pushing down. It kind of has to make a high before pushing down. So let's see what's going to happen. 15-minute candle kind of has to make a high before pushing down, or we have to wait. We have to wait. Ooh, and we're pushing down. Let's see. If this current 15-minute candle makes a high, a decent high before moving down, I may even scale into sales. But until then, I'm gonna wait. If this 15-minute, if this 30-minute candle makes a high before moving down, that will be nice. That will be nice. And we are 30 minutes away from the market open at this point in time. 30 minutes away. Dun, dun, dun. Bum, 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 bum. And still waiting. Yep, just waiting and waiting. Alrighty. Are the candles going to reject the channel, going to reject the top price and start going to head down? Or is it going to close inside? If it's going to close inside, I mean, I have to wait for sells. I'm not in any sort of position yet. And the 5-minute candles are retracing in heavily. And the hourly candles, 30-minute candle. So what happened was in this hourly candle, right? So if I have to make the charts naked one more time, look at this. So when looking into the naked chart, the hourly candles, the first 30-minute out of the hourly candle moved down. So that is interesting. Why did it move down? Was that a liquidity grab before the candles could push down? Potentially, that could be the case. Potentially, that could be the case. But for the candles to push up, it kind of has to make a support, right? Or at least this hourly candle has to flip bullish. So there is still time. If I have to take a buy, I can still wait. Because it makes sense. Because it makes sense for the candle to push up with volume. I don't have to fight the trade when the candle's bearish. So we have to ask ourselves the question, why do I need to take a trade when the candle is moving in an opposite direction? It doesn't even make sense. The candle is still open. So kind of have to wait. Bum, bum, bum. And the 30-minute right now is showing some bullish signs. For the candles to push up, it's actually looking okay. But for sells, I have to see candles rejecting the top range and that way start pushing down. So let's see what's going to happen. And waiting and waiting. For now, the candle is pretty bullish. Wow, it's actually interestingly bullish, and it almost seems as if it did a retest around the previously broken 30-minute resistance. Really interesting. 15 minutes gonna close in the next 9 minutes. If the candles starts breaking the high, breaking this gray area, and also breaking starts breaking this area, I mean, there is a chance that candles could push up. There is some trouble around this 15-minute area, but on a 30-minute, it seems way consistent. The 30-minute traffic is way clear. 30-minute traffic is way clear. Wow. Hourly candle rejecting the bottom price, actually rejecting the vicinity of the previous hourly resistance. So I haven't taken any sort of trade for now. It's just been interesting how the way price has been moving. So kind of interesting. Even the 2-hour candle is kind of still hanging around there. If the 2-hour candle has to push up, it has to flip bullish. That is the basic rule right there. Let's see. Not in the market fighting against any sort of movement. Kind of relaxing with the beats. And we are still waiting. I like these beats. I like these beats. Let's see what happened with Motsub's trade. What happened with Motsub's trade? So he took a trade around. What was the entry? Entry was around 10. So 110.752. 110.752. Oh, it's looking pretty good. 110.752 from here. Yeah, you must have secured something, at least 10 pips in profit, right? Z Anonymous says, please, gold thoughts. I have to go sadly. Man, Z Anonymous, you gotta start sending us chart, dudes. You gotta start sending us chart. We've done our analysis 3 times. Come on, mate. But all right, one more time. Let's just look into gold here. So you gotta start sending us chart. If you don't know how to send a chart, you gotta figure out how. You have to send us a chart every time. Yeah, I mean, have to wait for the candles to push up, kind of break their highs for buys. That's all I can say. Until then, market is just rangy. 15-minute market rangy. Sadly, New York has been experiencing low volume. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And do you really want to be part of this dirty range? Well, I don't want to be part of this dirty range. I would see. When the volume comes in, I would see. But until then, I'm keeping my eyes open in pound yen. For now, the pound yen 15-minute candle has actually broken the previous 15-minute candle's high. So it looks like it's actually grabbing liquidity on the bottom before moving up. And also in relation to the channel, candles are slowly closing inside. So Z Anonymous, if you want to send a chart, you gotta do this, bit. You gotta take a snapshot of your chart. So take the snapshot, and what you can do is send me the extension. Only the guys in the Zoom can send me the full link. So you gotta send me an extension from the X till the end. You gotta copy this from only X till the end and send it in the YouTube chat. So that way I know your thought process, and that can help you. Alrighty, so the 30-minute candle bullishing up pretty hard at this point in time. I haven't taken a position yet, so I don't know. Alright, GJ hourly, no bottom wick. Oh no, GJ hourly has a decent bottom wick. GJ on an hourly sort of a time frame. Ooh, it has flipped bullish finally. Hourly candle has flipped bullish finally. Has 19 more minutes left for its close, and in the next 19 minutes we're going to experience a New York market open, so maybe it can push the prices up here. Yep, pound yen looks like it can push up here at this point in time. Hourly candle has flipped bullish, so the bias of sell is getting weaker and weaker. Now it almost seems as if the bias of sell doesn't exist anymore. So 2-hour candle has flipped bullish, so seems as if prices could push higher. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It kind of makes sense on an hourly sort of a time frame to fill the wick on the left hand side and push even further up. So I haven't taken any position. But whoever took a buy on GJ, man, are amazing. If it made sense to you, pretty good. Pretty good. I'm still waiting. Whatever happens, it's fine. It's fine. Because I can only trade the trades that make sense. And that has proper, for example, previous hourly. Previous hourly candle. Previous hourly candle, yeah, it doesn't have a wick on the downside. It's quite interesting. True. That is true. So I can only take trades which kind of makes sense in terms of my parameters, right? For example, a swing trader could have taken this trade. I don't know. They could have. But it didn't make sense in terms of my parameters, my stop loss, so I didn't take it. But at this point in time, it kind of makes sense for the price to push up. If it's going to push up, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Wow. Pound yen pushing up really well. I think pound yen's going to push even higher. I'm not in position, but it looks like it can push even higher. The way the hourly candle has finally turned in towards its original direction. Yep, the liquidity wick on the downside is pretty large. To be honest, it's in about 18 pips of 18 pips. The liquidity wick on the downside is 18 pips. So maybe it can push even higher. Yeah. The market's going to open up in the next 17 minutes. Beautiful. Beautiful move in pound yen. At this point in time, hourly candle, the daily candle retracing up pretty hard. Still looking bullish. 4-hour candle is also pushing up pretty hard. Yeah, man. It's kind of moving beautiful. Beauty, beauty, beauty. So why didn't I take the trade? I didn't take a trade because in the hourly candle, I started flipping bullish. My stop loss was too big. It was in about 20 pips stop loss. And I wasn't feeling comfortable the way it was moving. I mean, yeah, in about 20 pips of stop loss, I don't like that. I don't like that idea. In pound yen, 20 pips of stop loss, man, come on. Really? I don't think so. For me, it has to be less. For now, I mean, if the 15-minute or 30-minute candle finally closes... Oh, all right, look at this. Look at the way the 15-minute candle closed, right? So, close bullish, engulfing all of that bearish activity. So, if the prices are pushing up, it kind of makes sense at this point in time. It does make sense. Kind of makes sense. I haven't taken any position. I'm a simple man. Yep. Bam, 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 bam. Let's wait. I am waiting. Looks like it can be a character building day for me today. Market is moving. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Structures do make sense, but it could be another character building day for me, and I'm okay about it. The idea of calling it a character building day is also a valid idea. Not every day is a day where you click buttons to make money. Sometimes you just have to kind of accept the fact that, you know what, I can take it easy. There is no pressure for me to actually compound the account. I still do have my own time. I can grow in my own pace. So I kind of can take it easy. So if I'm gonna miss this buy opportunity as it's happening, I'm okay about it. So I'm gonna wait for something that I understand and something that I can actually capitalize off of. The parameters have to make sense. And the 15-minute time frame view seems as if it's ranging side by side. If the candles have to move up, hourly view looks okay, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. The New York session has been experiencing some problems with volume. It's quite low. The volume is quite low, to be honest. So July has been slow so far. Slow so far. Alrighty, so we need some sort of volume in the market. For now, there isn't volume. Any volume seen? There hasn't been any volume experienced today. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna happen. 4 more minutes left for the market to open up. 4 more minutes. And still waiting. Nothing has happened yet. Can you believe it? The structure seems like a push up, but I don't know, man. New York session market volume cycle has kind of shifted to London. London is moving way consistent. Right now, prices in pound yen. Hourly candle showing some bullish posture, but still acting near this gray area. So sometimes it's actually necessary, or sometimes it's actually helpful to look at prices reaction in the most recent sort of a further traffic. So kind of helps. So for now, the price is flipping bearish one more time, and looks like it reacted with the gray area. And it looks like there isn't enough volume for prices in pound yen to drive up. So if it's not driving up, where is it going to drive now? Maybe down, potentially down. So I have to see. Candles rejected the channel, sort of start breaking the lows and start closing below 152.865, and that'll be nice. until then, I'm just gonna wait. In the next 1 minute, we're gonna see the market open. So market open's gonna be interesting. Market open's gonna be interesting. Let's see. And the market has opened up right here. Right here. Okay, so the previous 30-minute candle kind of made support. 30-minute structure still making sense to push up. There is clear range on the upside. Now, if this 30-minute candle could potentially make a low before moving up, that could be nice in pound yen in terms of 30-minute structure. On an hourly, this previous hourly candle closed bearish with a long liquidity wick on the bottom. So if this current hourly candle is going to do the previous hourly candle's job, what it has to do, it has to make a low before starting to push up. So that'll be nice. Let's see what's going to happen. Are we going to experience some sort of volume in the market? Alrighty, so if this 30-minute candle makes a low wick before moving up, before breaking the highs, that'll be nice. That will be nice. Ooh, alright, so this 30-minute candle has made a small wick on the downside. Let's see. Let's see if buys could make sense. For now, the bias of buy is looking way stronger than sells. Have to see because price is ranging on a 15-minute sort of a view. Price is just ranging side by side. It's just rangy. So have to see 30-minute candle make a decent wick and then stop breaking the high. Maybe on the break of the high, maybe I could take a position right there. If the candle, oh my god, now I'm allergic. Oh my god, come on, dude. If the 30-minute candle makes a decent low before heading up, before breaking the high, that could be the case. That could be the case. Yep. 10 to 12 pips to stop loss. So 10 to 12 pips to stop loss, anticipating the price to move up in this 30-minute clear range on the left hand side. 17 pips of range. In about 28 pips of range at that point in time. So let's see if the price is finally going to break this gray area from the left hand side, or is it actually going to reject it and start going down? What is the case? Okay. Prices in gold pushing up nice and slow here. Prices in gold pushing up nice and slow. Wow. Pound USD has broken that gray area. Pound USD was consistent, moving up. Actually did move up consistent enough. Pretty good. Oh man, oh man. So if the 30-minute candle makes a decent wick, a low wick before heading up, that could be a nice sign. And that low wick could also be a reaction around the channel. So if the price reacts with the lower bit of the channel, it's quite obvious that, you know what, it can actually push up. So let's see what's going to happen. The prices in pound yen going to push it down or up? Let's see what's going to happen. All right, so Vin D says hello, first time here in YouTube. Hello, Vin D. I hope you're doing well, mate. Is it Vin Diesel? That's the name of the actor, right? Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel. Yep. Mr. Vin Diesel. Mr. Fast and Furious. Wow. Four-hour candle still bullish. Has 52 minutes left for its close. 4-hour candle. Vin Diesel says, looking to recruit. Okay, interesting. For the movie, huh? Mr. Vin Diesel is trying to review. Oh yeah, absolutely. Vin D, if you can see the video, it clearly says if you send a chart, you will get the feedback. So that could be the case. If you send a proper chart with your thought process in it, we can definitely have a look at it. For now, prices in pound yen pushing down. Let's see what's going to happen in the next few minutes. Obviously, man, a New York session has been experiencing less volume. So, I don't know. Just have to wait a little bit more. Have to wait a little bit more. All right. So at this point in time, if I have to make the charts naked one more time, look at this. So the 30-minute candle right now has a decent low wick. It's quite obvious the 30-minute candle has a decent low wick. On the break of the high, it kind of makes sense for me to take a buy. If there is volume, I might even take a position. If there's no volume, I mean, it's just another idea. So let's see what's going to happen. 30-minute candle has a decent low wick. on the break of the high. That is going to be nice. That is going to be nice. Pum, 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 pum. Man, oh man. So the volume is so less. This is not supposed to be a New York session, man. Honestly, this is like a Asian session. Asian session move. Whatever's happening right now is like Asian move. Come on, dude. This is not New York. This is a funny setup right now. If this was a New York session, man, prices would be moving up and down. Pretty volatile with volume. But right now, it's just doing nothing. Range and range. Do we have any sort of high volatile news in the coming? Oh, okay. So we have FOMC tomorrow. That's why. I see. That's why the prices are ranging. FOMC. And the 30-minute candle is also ranging side by side at this point in time. If the candles were to push up, there is no business in candles hanging around here and kind of moving side by side. There is no business. And we are 14 minutes in the London market right now, and there is no volume whatsoever. So if there's any question from anybody from the Slack community, from the YouTube We'll be happy to discuss ideas and look into your questions. So if there's any sort of question, if you have any price action related questions or any sort of questions out there, we'll definitely discuss about it. It'll be nice. It will be a healthy discussion. So just ask your question, because there's no action happening right now. So we are kind of waiting. So if here's the thing, here's another thing, right? So if this is the volume time, and if there's no volume whatsoever, when is the next potential move going to happen? Maybe around NYSE time. So pre-New York was nothing happened in the pre-New York. New York open, I mean, the market is quite stale. It's not moving anywhere. So if it's not moving anywhere right now, when is the next potential volume time? NYSE. So in about an hour and 15 minutes, we will definitely see some volume, potential volume. So let's see. Until then, quiet market and quite focused with waiting, because if you wait for your proper setups, you will definitely get paid. All right, look at this. Now pound yen is retracing down at this point in time, and we are 15 minutes in the market. So the previous 15-minute candle actually closed bearish. So 15 minutes seems as if it's ranging side by side. It's clear enough to tell that, you know what, 15-minute is ranging side by side. If the candles have to move down, it has to break below the range and potentially outside the channel as well, in relation to channel outside the channel, and we can actually finally push down. So that'll be lovely. That could be the case. Yeah, if candle starts closing below 152.865, that'll be lovely. Oh, Jure says gold's pushing up. Oh, yep, it is. It is pushing up. Wow. Finally some volume. Finally some volume. But obviously I'm not in gold trade. So I am looking at pound yen at this point of time. Pound yen. So let's see if I can focus on pound yen. Mr. Pound Yen. Mr. Pound Yen. Mr. Pound Yen. If the candle starts breaking the previous 15-minute candle's low, I mean, that's another chance to build bias for sell, right? If the candle starts breaking the low, starts closing outside the channel in relation to the channel, we may have some push down. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Previous hourly candle closed bearish with a dodgy body, with a small body. So if the volume on the upside is dying on pound yen, and if the daily candle has a potential to flip bearish, if the daily candle also has a potential to flip bearish, it kind of looks okay to build bias for sell. Let's see, 4-hour candle is going to close in the next 41 minutes. 4-hour candle is still bullish, but it looks like the market is retracing pretty much right now. Yep, looks good. I think it's going to push down. So below 152.865, that's something I want to keep my eyes open for. 152.865. 152.865. Ooh, it's pushing down. Pushing down. Oh, Jackie says, I just got played by gold. Oh, I know. Because there's no volume. That's the thing, right, Jackie? There's no volume. So Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful because you don't want to provide your liquidity to the market. You don't want to make the market liquid by your volume or by your money, right? You want to stay away from that part of the market. Gold is drunk. Be careful. Yeah, all right. I don't think gold is drunk, but if you think gold is drunk, maybe it is. Maybe it is drunk. Ooh. Gold. Ooh, gold is pushing down. Pushing down. Crazy. Gold is pushing down. Man, it's quite funny the way gold is moving. So stay away from gold. Stay away from gold, man. I'm gonna focus on pound yen than anything else here. If any of the candles starts closing below the support, the more recent 15-minute support, at least to start with, and finally below 152.865, that way it'll be way more lovely. So waiting. Ooh, baby. Baby. That is correct. Jure, that is correct. Baby. Pound USD moving up so consistent. So pound USD was the move, man. Whatever happened in pound USD? Pound USD gave about 10 pips. So from the break of this 30-minute candle high, but obviously right now pound yen and gold just ranging side by side. I mean, if it, cause to be honest, all right. So Tito says there hasn't been one good New York session in a while now. I know, man, I know. So this is something we can actually backtest and see too, right? So the volume in the market kind of moves in the cycle too. One time London is performing so well, and the other time New York's going to be performing so well, and sometime both of the markets going to perform really bad. So do you really want to throw your market in, do you really want to throw your money in the market? Maybe no. You want to stay calm and patient, and you have to know how many trades in a month you need to be successful. You don't need to trade 23 days out of the month, and you don't need to make money in 23 days. You kind of can play around less days and make the percentage you want to, right? You just can't force a trade. So kind of relax. That's all I can say. So from the market view right now, it's looking so ugly. So what I can tell is, for example, if the market's going to move just like this for another hour, I'm going to call it a day. And I'm not going to take a single trade. That's something I can do. If the market's gonna move like this, I am not gonna take a single trade and I'll just call it a day because it's just funny. It's so funny. And do I really want to be a part of this funny market? Maybe no. Tariq says everything is moving up in. Oh man, I've got this allergy now. All of a sudden, I don't know if it's allergy or it's cold. It's super cold out in my place right now. And Tariq says everything is moving up and down, no direction till now. I think it's waiting for FOMC. Well, that could be the case too. That could be case too. Because the FOMC is in the next 6 hours. Tito says, yep, but when there is a good setup that has worked all the time, now it just doesn't anymore. You just can't know sometimes. Oh, that is actually correct. That is correct. The sell on gold I took when this hourly broke the low of the previous one after grabbing liquidity. Ah, you took a sell. Okay. Makes sense, but now it just... I know, man, I know. I'm not going to touch anything unless there is volume, so... I am kind of relaxed, to be honest. Not going to force any sort of trade here. But watch this. If this 30-minute candle in pound yen closes below the support, 30-minute candle, maybe the next candle on the retest of the channel, rejecting the range to push down on the break of the low, or a break of this 152 A65 could be a chance for my selling sort of a bias. But until then, I'm just waiting, see? So I need to see volume in the pair. If there's no volume, I'm just gonna say thank you, market, for breaking people's heart, and I'm gonna get out of the market. It's better to stay away from gold till FOMC. That is correct. That is correct. Are waiting to see. So the question I'm asking this current 30-minute candle is this current 30-minute candle going to close below the support, or is it actually going to close above the support? So if it's actually going to close below the support, it's only signaling me for further more sell build up, right? If the sells are coming in pound yen, I have to wait. Kind of wait. Motsub says, Motsub's UJ TP hit. Ooh, nice. Mr. Motsub got a beautiful trade today. That was actually really good, Motsub. You worked it out. Pretty good, man. I actually have to say that was a pretty good trade. So he took a trade around 110.750. So he took an entry around here. That was early trade, but he took an entry around here, 110.750, and he is in about 24 pips in profit. Ooh, beautiful. Just start securing. Just start securing. That's all. But beautiful. Wow, you saw that. You did saw that. That is amazing visualization, Monster. Pretty good. To be honest, really good. Bum, bum, bum. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so let's see if the 30-minute candle finally closes below the support in the next 1 minute. That way I can start building my bias for sale. Let's see what's gonna happen. Is there any sort of volume coming in pound yen, or is it just gonna be a character building day for me? What's gonna happen? the first week of July? Is it filled with character building days, or what's happening? New York session more than likely is gonna be character building days here. And the 30-minute candle closing in the next 20 seconds. Ooh, it's below the support at this point in time. Let's check. Hourly candle. Okay. Wow, it's pushing down. It's pushing down, so I'm willing to take a position below 152.860, 865 as long as this candle, so the current candle makes a high and starts pushing down. It has broken the previous 15-minute candles lower at this point in time, so let's see what's going to happen. Wanted to see this candle make a high, a top wick before heading down, but for now the candles are breaking the low. So let's see what's going to happen in the next few minutes. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna happen. Have to see candles closing below 152.865. We are 30 minutes in the New York market at this point in time. 30 minutes. Just give me a second. Oh my fucking god. So cold. It's pushing down. Oh, let's see. 152.865. Ooh, price. Ooh, it's breaking below. It's breaking below. Interesting. And the hourly candle is tapping that 152.865 level at this point in time. Pretty cool. Going to turn the heater on. Man, it's so cold. Honestly, it's freaking cold here. Almost like ice. Icy cold. Come on, man. Honestly, so the hourly candle has 27 minutes left for its close, and it's pushing down pretty hard below 152.865. So if the 4-hour candle is closing in the next 27 minutes, and if it's reacting with the gray area, so the gray area that we actually identified before, if the price is reacting with the gray area and is trying to close below this 152.865 level, there is a chance prices may push even lower. If you look at the daily candle right now, for example, if I make the daily candle naked, look at this. Daily candle has a chance to flip bearish. There is a potential that the daily candle could actually flip bearish. If this candle could flip bearish, man, that is lovely. That is lovely. Come on, dude. It's so cold. Man. God. Whew. Let's see. And pound yen pushing down nice and slow. At least have to see a 5-minute candle close below 152.865. If a 5-minute candle closes below, man, that's a good sign. That is still a good sign. But I have to see a candle close below 152.865. Let's see. Man, my throat. All right, so let's see. So I think I'm going to place this sell stop around this level, around 152.830. I think I'm going to leave a sell stop around 152.830. Let's see what's going to happen. 152.830 with 10 pips stop loss. Is my trade going to work, or the market is just ranging around? What's happening? All right, so the 5-minute candle, I wanted to see a 5-minute candle close at least below 152.865, and at this point of time, it's retracing. So not a good sign. Not a good sign for my sell stop even. So let's see if the next candle makes a high before breaking the low. I mean, that's good. My sell stop is in position. So let's see if it's gonna work. We are 35 minutes in the market, so I haven't experienced a lot of volume yet. So if there's some sort of volume coming in the market, and if you could push the price in pound yen down, that will be nice, because we do have a clear range on the left hand side on the downside. So that could be nice. Alright, so the 5-minute candle has a wick. I got my 830. And all right, so this trade in pound yen is a pending order right here. Hasn't been activated yet. Hasn't been activated yet. 10 pips of stop loss. Can be regarded as an impulse entry because is around the break of the low, and there is clear range on the downside. So if you could push the price down, if the volume could push the price down, that will be nice. For now, not in the trade yet. Not in the trade yet. Pound USD also retracing down pretty hard at this point of time. Let's see. Let's see if it could work out. So that is the beauty about the pending orders, right? That is the beauty about the pending orders. On hourly, at this point in time, hourly candle retracing pretty heavy. Hourly candle retracing pretty heavy. Hourly candle has 22 more minutes left for its close, and my pending is still there. Is my pending going to work? If the candles starts retracing up and closing above this 152.930 level, I may even remove my sell stop at that point in time, because I am only anticipating the volume to push the price down. Still waiting. Not in the position yet. So in an hour, we are going to experience NYSE in an hour. So kind of waiting. Pa-pum. 15-minute candle retracing pretty heavy at this point in time. I have to see candles pushing down. So if the candles are going to close above, my sell stop could be invalid at that point in time. And I will know that, you know what, market is just ranging. So if the market is ranging, it's just our bad luck, you know. Sometimes we come in front of the market with the anticipation that, you know what, maybe I'm going to catch some pips, or I'm going to make some money out of the market today. But the market doesn't perform well. So what do? We have to call it a day. And the 4-hour candle is still bullish, but is still retracing down. For the 4-hour candle, is still retracing down. 20 more minutes left for this 4-hour candle to close. Daily candle finally rejecting the top. Daily candle is finally rejecting the top. So is the daily candle going to flip bearish sometime today, or is it actually going to stay bullish? My sell stop is still there. Is still there. Ta-ta-ta-ta. 18 more minutes left. Oh man, oh man. I just feel like calling it a day, to be honest. I don't know why. I just feel like calling it a day. The market's not performing so well. So if it's not going to move the way I want the market to move, man, I don't know. Should I just stay here? Maybe no. And we have recently hit that 438 subscribers now. Every day we come to the stream, there is numbers increasing every day. That is pretty cool. My pending is still there. So what I don't want to see is, I don't want to see this 15-minute candle kind of activating my pending and then retracing up. At this point in time, it's pushing down pretty good, pretty close to my pending, and I am not in yet. Oh, and I'm in right now. I am in right now. So what I don't want to see is this 15-minute candle retracing up, because I'm anticipating volume at this point in time. If this 15-minute candle starts retracing up, for example, if I have to go to 5-minute for risk management purposes, right? If this 5-minute candle actually breaks its own high, that's the position where I'm going to close at least 50% of my position. And the position is running at this point in time, is running pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let's see. I just need 10 pips out of the market. 10 pips out of the market. Let's see, still breathing. The trade is still breathing. Still breathing. It's not the best position to be in, but the trade is still breathing. Hourly candle closing in the next 16 minutes. Anticipating the volume to push the price even lower. Let's see what's gonna happen. If I'll be stopped out, man, that will be ridiculous, because this is an impulse entry taken with anticipation with volume. Obviously, we are 43 minutes in the market and haven't experienced any volume, and the price is retracing up after activating my pending at this point in time. So what I might do is if this 5-minute candle stays below 152.865, that is still a good sign. That is still a good sign. I'm gonna let this trade breathe. My bias is still sell. If this 5-minute candle closes below 152.865, I will let the trade breathe. But if the 5-minute candle all of a sudden starts closing above 152.865, I might even close some percentage, because I'm using dynamic risk, and my hands are on the trigger. So let's see. It's just breathing. It's an impulse entry. Impulse entry. Let's see. And the 15 minutes closing in the next 2 seconds. Ooh, it's looking good. It's looking good. 5-minute actually closed below 152.865. As long as candles stay below that level, I am all good. Now let's see. If the candles starts breaking the previous 15-minute candles high, I'm gonna be out of the position. So the range on the downside on a 15-minute, let's say a 5-minute, the range on the downside from the current open price, it's in about 23 pips on the downside. I just need 10 pips out of the market, 10, 12 pips, and I'll be out. But if I get stopped out, this is the first trade of the day. This is the first trade of the day. And if there's no volume, I might be wrong. This position might get stopped out. And if I'm going to get stopped out, I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to call it a day, and I'm going to show up in front of the markets the next day. When the FOMC is over, when the market is moving way consistent, and it's not rangy like this. The recent price action right now in pound yen tells me that, you know what, there is a chance price can push down. Just have to wait a little bit more. That's all. Just have to wait a little bit more. Jackie says, I think GJ break below 152.800 could cause a meltdown. Oh, that is correct. That could be the case. That could be the case. Because at the end of the day, there is range on the left-hand side. You know, that's what I'm anticipating. All I need to see is candles respecting this 152.865 level. That's all I need to see. But if candles all of a sudden starts closing above, my idea is invalid. I'm letting the trade breathe. Let's see. In about 3 pips in drawdown, let's see. So what I might do is, for example, if I start going, because at the end of the day, I want to lose less than what I applied in the market, right? So if I start going in, let's say 6 to 7 pips in drawdown, I might even close some of the percentage. Because I just want to lose less than what I anticipated. Because at the end of the day, I can be incorrect. I can be incorrect. So let's see. It's in about 6 pips in drawdown. Let's see. Let's see. Have to see candles staying below this area. But the volume is so less, man. It's actually so less. Come on, dude. So less volume. Still waiting. Need to drink some water now. Need to drink some water. Need to drink some water. Water. All right, so the current 5-minute candle kind of rejecting that level on the top and trying to push down. Let's see if it's actually the real question I gotta ask this 5-minute candle is it going to close below this area, or is it going to close above? If it closes below, my bias is still there. But what I'm going to do is, if the next candle breaks the 5-minute candle's high, for example, if the next 5-minute candle breaks the current 5-minute candle's high, I might even close 50% of my position. Because at the end of the day, I want to lose less in the market. Let's see. And alrighty. Our 15-minute candle looking nice. Let's see, looking nice. Looking nice. $15-minute candle is still looking nice. If the current 15-minute candle breaks its own high, or if the current 5-minute candle breaks the previous 5-minute candle high, I'm going to close 50% right there. No doubt. Because on the part of risk management, I have to be strict on myself. Because at the end of the day, 6 pips of drawdown, or 5, 6, 7 pips in drawdown in relation to 10 pips is a lot more less. So why not? Let's see, maybe it's an early trade. The trade I took could be an early trade. To be honest, could be an early trade. So the hourly candle is closing in the 9 minutes. Hourly candle closing in the next 9 minutes. Eight more minutes left for this 4-hour candle to close. 4-hour candle still bullish. If potentially this 4-hour candle could flip bearish, that will be a nice sign. Let's see. Daily candle. Is the daily candle flipping bearish right now? What is happening? 15-minute candle still looking nice. 15-minute candle still looking nice. There is a chance this 15-minute candle could fill the wick on the left-hand side and push lower. So let's see what's gonna happen. I just need 10 pips out of the market. That's all. That's all. Just need 10 pips out of the market. Ooh, and pushing down. Pushing down at this point in time. Let's see. Is there any volume in the market? Ooh, a 30-minute candle looking good. Pushing down pretty hard. We have broken that 152.800 level. Still hanging around that level. Still hanging around that level. 4-hour candle still bullish, but has rejected pretty heavily at this point in time. So let's see. Daily candle rejected the top pretty heavily. 7 more minutes left for this 4-hour candle to close. So in terms of risk management, this is how I'm going to manage my risk. For example, if I go into the 30-minute time frame, what I know is the 30-minute is going to close in the next 6 minutes. And if any of the candles retraces pretty hard, for example, if the 15-minute candle starts breaking its own high, maybe I'm going to close the whole position then. Because I know at the beginning of the new 4-hour, candles can retrace pretty heavy. Candles do a lot of retracement. And if I'm uncomfortable, I'm going to close position and I can come back the next day. Easy and simple. Let's see. Really less volume in the market. Really less volume. Still engaging with that 152.865 level. Still engaging with it. Ooh. And the candles are retracing up. If I'm uncomfortable with this, I might even close the position. Let's see. Five more minutes. Ooh, all right. So the 5-minute candles have actually broken the previous 5-minute candles high. Previous 5-minute candle closed with no wick on the top. So if this current 5-minute candle breaks its own high, I'm gonna close the whole position right there. Close the whole position because I'm not comfortable anymore. Let's see. Let's see. 6 pips of drawdown is nothing in compared to 10 pips. So I think it's going to be a risk management day today. For me, it's actually going to be a risk management day. At some instance, my trade looked pretty valid. It looked pretty valid, looked pretty good with relation to the most recent price action. And I was in about 30 minutes in the market already. So I anticipated some volume in the market. Gave me around 4 pips at that point in time. So no volume. Obviously no volume in the market. So let's see what's going to happen. Still hanging around there. GJ not moving the best. GJ not moving the best. Let's see. So this is what I'm going to do. If this if the 5-minute candle starts breaking its own open price, I will be out of the position. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Oop, and it's pushing down one more time. I think GJ is trying to play with my my feelings here. GJ is trying to play with my feelings here. Come on, GJ, mate. What's happening in gold? Ooh, gold is pushing down. Mr. Gold is pushing down pretty hard. Pound yen still hanging around there. Is just breathing at this point in time. So the real question that I have to ask this current 1-hour candle is this hourly candle going to close below this area, or is it actually going to reject the bottom and start closing above? If it's actually going to close below, my bias of sell could be still valid. So I have to see. $15-minute candle still looking good. Just need 10 pips out of the market. That's all. Obviously, the left-hand side traffic on the downside is not the best. But have to see. And my trade is taking me longer than usual, so which is not a good sign. My trade is taking longer than usual. Come on, man. No volume. Honestly, no volume. Looks like pound yen on a smaller time frame sort of a structure is ranging side by side. Let's see. All right, so this is the open of the new 4 hour right here. Opening of the new 4 hours. So is the 4 hour candle going to push down, or is it going to retrace before pushing down? So let's, 4 hour candle pushing down. 4 hour candle pushing down in the first few minutes. 4 hour candle pushing down in its first few minutes. So eventually the 2 hour candle, look at this. So the 2 hour candle actually closed below that level we were talking about. Eventually it did close below. So there is a higher chance the prices in pound yen could retrace up before heading down. But I'm only anticipating small number of pips, right? And my risk management is there still valid? So have to see. Have to see if the wick on the downside could be filled. And all right, so the candles are retracing pretty hard. I think my idea could be correct, but this could be an early entry. And that is one of the things that happens, right? So early entries, I mean, how can I fix it? I can just journal this. And the next time, maybe I don't take an early entry. Maybe next time I tell myself that, you know what, around the close of the 4 hour candle, maybe I wait for the next candle to grab its liquidity or do its proper maneuver. So for now, still waiting. Yep, Tariq says it looks risky now in GJ. It does look risky. So I'm willing to let it breathe a little bit. All right, now at this point in time, I'm going to close the whole position right here because I don't feel comfortable closing the whole position right here. Right here. I just closed the whole position. Close the whole position right there. So I closed the whole position because I didn't feel comfortable. The way it was retracing, I didn't feel comfortable. So in about 5.5 pips, so in about 6 pips. I mean, it's okay. Comparing to the applied risk 10 pips, 6 pips is nothing. The market was giving me 4 to 5 pips. It was just breathing in the pips, but it is what it is. Sometimes your bias could be correct, but you may be in an early entry. So what do? You have to exit and manage your trade accordingly, because you don't want to be a part of egoistic held down. Because if the market is going to move against you, even if your direction is correct, you have to kind of manage your risk. That is the best choice. That's what I think. So I'm out of the position. Oh, look at this. Ooh, look at the way it's retracing. That's why you gotta manage your risk, man. Look at that. Oh my God, did you see that? And we know why I cut down my losses short. If I didn't cut down my losses short, obviously this was an early entry at this point in time looking into the trade, but this is how you got to manage your trade, right? So Tariq says it looks risky. He says it's nice risk management. Anuj, managing risk is also a win. That is actually correct. And Tariq's heading out, and he says, thank you, Anuj, for the stream. Thank you. Lovely having you guys over. Lovely having you guys over. So maybe around NYSE, if the market is going to push down, breaking lows at the time of NYSE, maybe I will take an entry at that time. So for now, it has been a risk management day for me. So trade 1 still fine, still an okay day. 10 pips, 6 pips, 6 pips, GBP JPY, 6 pips. Trade management. All right, Jules says, thank you, Anuj. Time for bed. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Take care, guys. Take care. Lovely having you guys over. So it has turned out to be a risk management day here. Risk management day. 6 pips of drawdown, which is nothing compared to the applied risk at the beginning. So it's still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. So if the market is going to move in my direction later, I'm going to keep my eyes open. But until then, I mean, that was the end of the trade right there. Right there. Yep, current hourly candle sort of moving up, trying to grab its liquidity before moving down. That could be a potential case here. Four-hour candle, previous 4-hour candle closed bullish. Current 4-hour candle bullishing up pretty hard. Current 4-hour candle bullishing up pretty hard. Ooh, gold has dropped down. Dropped down below 1806.35. And it is actually moving down. Gold hourly candle has a decent top wick. And I think there's gold does have chances to push down here. Previous 2-hour candle almost engulfed the other bullish candle here. And even the 2-hour candle is looking pretty decent. Yep. 1 hour, 30 minute. Let's see. Yep, I think gold is waiting for the FOMC, man. That's what the gold is waiting for. Waiting for the FOMC. Mr. Gold is waiting for the FOMC. As long as you love me. So that's why you gotta cut your losses short. So you have to believe in your trades, but at the same time, as much as you love your trades, you have to be able to cut down losses short. You have to kind of build a habit of cutting down losses short. That's why. See, so the applied risk was small, and there shouldn't be any hesitation in cutting down losses, which I actually applied in today's day. So still a worthy day, because I exercise my risk management to the T, and exercising risk management has helped me turn myself in this profitable sort of a status, so which is pretty good. It's pretty good. The month of July has been quite rangy market. Rap-a-dap-dip-a-dap-a. Dun-dun. For the prices to push down in pound yen, what I know is price has to maintain a posture below a 152, a 65. So if it doesn't close below that level, I don't know how price is going to push down. Price has to close down before anything. So it has to close below this level. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Bum bum. All right, so here's another thing. So what I might do is I might call it a day in the next. I might call it a day in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So if the market is kind of stale at this point of time, it could be a good idea for me to wait. Gold looks like gold is pushing down nice here. pretty nice. Gold seems like it could actually push down. "15 minutes away from the NYSE. 15 minutes away from the NYSE. So the previous 15-minute candle actually closed above this area. So still not looking good, right? For sales. I mean, it has to kind of reject the top and start heading down. There is no business in candles moving up if there was to be a bearish sort of a market. So it's still not looking pretty. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Jackie M says, 5-minute looks better for sell. That could be the case. It's just that in the next 13 minutes, we have this NYSE open, right? So the NYSE, because I mean, here's the thing. Pre-New York was quite rangy. Nothing happened in pre-New York. New York open, nothing happened. The prices started retracing down, and NYSE. If NYSE could bring some sort of volume in the market, maybe it can push it down. Maybe the price action could be bearish. So let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see. I would love to see candles closing below this area first to begin with, so that I can scale into sales. Now, at this point in time, what I can do is I can still build up my bias for sell, but maybe with NYSE volume, I might only take a position if candles starts closing below this level, or potentially breaking lows around this level below the gray area. That could be the case too. That could be the case. Pum, pum, pum. Our Jackie says, guys, don't forget to like the stream. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you very much. We have in about 12 likes. That's good. I mean, 12 is something, right? Can't take that for granted. Cannot really take that for granted. So that is still lovely. I respect numbers. I do respect numbers. 12 is still a lovely number. Wow. Gold really pushed down, man. Gold pushed all the way down. God. Wow.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting, to be honest. Pretty interesting. Gold pushed all the way down. All the way down. We are 7 minutes away from the NYSE market open. Yeah, gold is dropping. Mr. Gold is dropping. So this hourly candle dropped about 30 pips. So the hourly candle dropped about 30 pips from its open price, made a proper high, and started breaking the previous candle's low, and dropped about, from the low, it dropped about 22 pips. So pretty nice. I know some of the guys who did take sells. I know. Obviously, traders did take sales around this level. And we are 4 minutes away from the market open, NYSE market open. All right. So Abadi GT says admin is NY supports DXY. I mean, I don't know what you're looking into. Are you trying to correlate NY sessions and DXY sort of a idea, or what's happening? Baba ribi, bum. Still waiting. Has turned out to be risk management day today. Risk management day today. So in the next 3 minutes, it'll be actually interesting because maybe that's going to be some sighting of volume for today. That is going to be some sighting of volume for NY session. So I'm going to call it a day in the next 5 to 6 minutes. I'm just going to see if the NYSE is going to move the market somewhere. And after that, I'm going to call it a day. Two more minutes. So I don't really look at DXY, Abadi GT. So right now we are focusing on pound yen and trying to enjoy the price action in pound yen as it's happening. So trying to see if the NYSE volume could actually push the prices down. That is my anticipation for now. So let's see what's going to happen. So if the prices are going to push down, man, that'll be nice because the daily candle, if it's pushing down, it has to reject some time, right? Sometime around the volume time. So if this is the volume time, maybe the daily candle is going to reject and start flipping bearish. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Is it going to move sometime now, or just like the other days in July, where it's moving late New York session? So it's moving in about half an hour after NYSE. So gonna wait for 2-3 more minutes, and I'm gonna call it a day. So until then, just relaxing with my friends here, some of my friends from the Slack community, and also the Zoom guys, and also the YouTube guys. Sorry about that. And the NYSE market is opening in the next 20 seconds. 20 seconds. And we are in the NYSE at this point of time. This is the NYSE market. So the previous 15-minute candle, previous 30-minute candle closed above 152.865. At this point of time, market pushing prices in pound yen up, and gold is dropping even more. So, wow, gold is dropping. It's kind of interesting. Dun, dun, dun. We are 1 minute in the NYSE. Haven't seen any volume yet. Haven't seen any volume yet in pound yen. Mr. Pound Yen. "28 minutes left for the hourly candle to close." And 15-minute candle breaking previous candle was high at this point of time, and is retracing up even higher. So looks like NY session has been a roast. Today. Pretty much been a roasty day. Really funny. And the NYSE volume is causing the pound yen to drive up even higher. Man, I don't know. Today's NYSE, not that worth it, to be honest. For me, not that worth it. Just exercised some risk management here and there. So the volume has been, I don't know, pretty less volume. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Da, da. Interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a day right here, and I'm going to come back to the market the next day. It's okay. So trade management a day, I mean, it's okay. So had fun. I had my friends come over, so that was a good experience. So we'll show up tomorrow one more time and see if the NY session is actually going to be any rewarding, right? So if the market's going to give out something or not. But until then, take it easy, don't overtrade, and practice trade management, risk management. So take it easy, and I'm going to see you guys next time.